there's some fantastic examples of excellent work being undertaken by these businesses, and one of the attributes of the program in the last 4 years is businesses that have achieved this excellence in their business and continue to improve work together. And we're already seeing in the marine industry, for example, collaborations by separate businesses for one output, which has built the capacity of the manufacturing companies to way beyond their previous ability. And I know Beattie's said, look, you're welcome to come and have a look at our operation and so on. And that's the sort of collaboration that helps to lift the game for everybody. And one thing I'd say to the businesses that have gone through this program this year, we hope that you're able to continue and talk to each other. Because as I mentioned right at the outset, it's the sort of work that you guys do that contribute to the greater good of the region in terms of manufacturing and in terms of exports and various other things. You all might be a wee cog in the chain, but nevertheless, if everybody lifts the game, then we're better off by far as a region. Just in concluding, I'd like to call on Tom Campbell, and those of you who don't know Tom's a member of the Venture Southland Directorate, and Tom has led some of the largest manufacturing process industry teams in the world. He's renowned not only in New Zealand but all around the world. He's been involved with a lot of other organisations, and he fulfills governance roles in some of our biggest entity corporate groups in New Zealand, and he has done that role overseas as well. So Tom is a great believer in lean type processes, and I'd just like Tom to perhaps wrap it up for the day, and thank you all so much.
Thank you, and for those of you who are concerned about getting to lunch, that's my speech. So it's not going to take very long. But I do want to make just 3 quick points. The first one is, they were great presentations, and they were actually quite inspirational listening to them. And I think that's a point of difference about lean. Because those of you who've been involved in business improvement programs in the past, in TQM and quality cycles, Initiative Calvin, all that stuff, alphabet soup of initiatives, they kind of grab people up here. People get it cerebrally, but it never really grabs them here. And it's very difficult to get it deployed right down onto the shop floor. But lean, you can do that. If you do it well, you can do that. And of course, we've heard some good examples of that happening already. And what I would say is that inevitably, lean starts as a management initiative. Of course it does. Everything does, really. It starts as a management initiative. But 2 years down the track, if management has still got to drive it, then you've probably failed. Right? It's going to be owned by the teams that are operating in each of the areas, frankly, with a minimum of central coordination. If you've got a big organisation, you don't have one big lean programme. You don't have to have that. You can have 10 small lean programmes, centrally coordinated to the minimum extent you have to make sure at least some standardisation. So anyway, that was the first point. Second point, today safety has become, it always was important, but even more important to business maybe than it was before. If somebody asked me what's the single thing that I can do in my organisation to try to improve safety, I would say lean. Because if you think about lean, it's about standardisation, it's about streamlining your business, it's about making it orderly, and it's about making it systematic. And they're exactly the things that you need to do to make your business safer. So it might only be one out of the 5 pillars. And most people go into it for business improvement reasons. Personally, I think it's even more important for safety reasons, actually, even more important than for business improvement. The third thing I would say, and I'm probably just going to echo a little bit what Steve said, if you think of the level of interconnectedness of the organisations that are in this room, we're all clients, or customers, or suppliers to everybody else. So there's a compounding benefit that you get from each organisation implementing lean. And the whole really is bigger than the sum of the parts. So very much from Venture Southland's point of view, if you have this patchwork quilt of lean initiatives going on in as many organisations as you can get in Southland, then the overall impact in Southland can be fantastic, because you don't only get the benefit from what you're doing yourself, you get the benefit from what everybody else is doing. So anyway, just to echo again, like, great presentations. Those of you who are here to think about whether you want to be part of it, I would certainly encourage you to do so. You know, Steve said I've been involved in other rollouts. I initiated the Lean program at TY when I was general manager there. It's nearly 10 years ago. You know, fantastically successful. Probably the biggest single beneficial initiative that TY has ever undertaken, for safety reasons as well as for business improvement reasons. So anyway, I recommend it to you. Now let's have lunch, I guess. Thanks very much to Clint.